Hello mouses, it's Casual Friday. My ears still aren't perfect, so I'm going to keep this as quick as I can. First thing I want to talk about today is that the Court of Appeal issued a decision in the case of McCanley versus the Crown, which is effectively saying that yes, it was right to prosecute this person who contacted a girl the same age as them, or almost the same, and then went and met them after a lot of talking on the internet. They had oral sex and penetration, but there turns out that they're actually female-bodied, and the person they were having sex with thought they were male, and that's caused a bit of a ruckus. Now, a lot of people are saying that because I've come down the side of the court and saying, look, they had no real choice in what to do in this case, that apparently I'm illiberal. I've put up a massive explanation of why the court has come to this conclusion, and I hope that sorts out the problem. The thing that I'd like to point out here is that I do not think that this case says that there is no case law saying that anyone who has sex with a transgender person can then have that person prosecuted. I don't think that's the case. I would never defend such a case. Trans people have the right to not have to explain their medical history to any of their partners, the same way that someone who once had a mole removed shouldn't have to explain that to all of their sexual partners. It's not right, and the case isn't coming down on that. I've explained it all, and I'll put a link into the description bar so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk about today is to say well done to Marks & Spencer's and British Sky Broadcasting, who have pulled adverts from Facebook. The reason they've done this is that adverts were appearing on groups that were promoting violence against women and hate crimes and various unpleasant things like that. Things that basically do actually violate Facebook's terms of service but are still on Facebook anyway. Facebook's response is not to remove these groups or to censure these groups or to do anything about these groups. It is to make sure that adverts don't appear on these pages anymore so that their advertising isn't affected. Well done Facebook for taking the coward's way out and not actually standing up for people's rights. You've decided, oh, it's causing problems with our advertisers, so we'll make sure our advertisers never have to see it. We'll just cordon this area off and leave the hate to fester. We won't actually deal with the problem. So well done on taking the coward's way out, you bunch of snivelling bastards. It's not often that I would actually say well done to British Sky Broadcasting. I'm not really keen on their business practices, but in this case they've stood up for what's right, same as Marks & Spencer have stood up for what's right, so those guys, they're getting my applause. But Facebook, you're a bunch of tits, and I don't like you. So the only reason I'm still there is that certain members of my family are only communicatable with through Facebook, because that's basically the only way that they pick up and answer what you're talking about. So I kind of have to be there if I want to talk to them, but I wish I didn't have to be. If they could get another way of contacting that was reliable and they actually used, then that would be great, but they don't, so I suppose my account's going to linger there so that I can occasionally talk to people. But to be honest with you, I've been moving away from Facebook, and this is pretty much the nail in the coffin. I'll be taking all of my interesting stuff elsewhere. Okay, that's all I've got time for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you did like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on as well, and do subscribe for future videos. We'll be back on a proper schedule next week when I hopefully won't have problems with my ears anymore and can actually manage to do a show daily. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching The Knob Mouse Show, and I'll see you on Monday.